welcome back to the channel and welcome to War number 8 season 49. This one is against DDI3. Again, a good alliance we're going against, and today I am given path number 7, then I'll be jumping on to path number 9. So the first fight is against a Jabari Panther at node number 7, and the nodes are going to be second wind, damage reflection and special burst lockdown. So whenever the defender will purify or cleanse a debuff, they will gain damage reduction for 8 seconds and it will deal back 50% of the damage. So what I am trying to do here, I'm just going to bring in my Emma Frost. That is the only Emma Frost fight, and I am not going to use any specials. I'm not going to use any knockdowns. I'm just going to use my basic attacks to kill her off. So I am also, if you notice, I'm not using any parry because I don't want the cleanse to be activated, and I'm just using my basic attacks to take her out. Here she is about to throw her SP2, but I'm just making sure that I have enough prowesses built up, so even if I evade some of her basic attacks, I can go in and evade that SP2, and now it's an easy takedown. So I was trying not to knock her down and to not give her any debuffs with the cleanse, and it all went really well. Now moving on to the next one, it's going to be a spot on node number 16, and the nodes here are going to be second wind, damage reflection and enhanced physical resistance and winded. Now all of these nodes don't really synergize with Spot, but Spot on himself is going to be an annoying defender because I believe he is a rank 3 and he's pretty annoying. I brought in my Void. Now the only thing I need to take care here is about the untouchable, and I have to play really slow and also just evade or block the specials. Made a mistake there, tried to go back in and retaliate the SP1, but got hit and lost some health. So from here onwards I thought, you know what, I'll just play slow. I didn't expect him to be so annoying, or maybe I'm just not really that familiar with Spot's special attacks and everything and his shenanigans, so it did cost me a little bit of health, made quite a few mistakes here, got hit by it during the untouchable. But then the debuffs were all up there. They were helping me out. I was thinking that I was going to be cornered here, but the SP2, he threw it out, so I wasn't really cornered. So it all went all right. Threw another SP1 here, and with all of those debuffs on him, I was able to kill him. Right here, he has 6 spots, so I'm worried about the untouchable. And I'm like, okay, if he goes untouchable, it will be a bit difficult to manage. So I was just trying to evade the heavy attacks and let the debuffs take him down, and I was able to take him down. It was a really touch and go fight. I wasn't expecting him to be this annoying, but he was. But we were able to take him down a solo. That what matters in the war, and we got it. Now after this, there are a bunch of really fun fights that I really enjoyed. They were a bit difficult, but it was good to face them. Next up was a Mangog on node number 27 with the nodes of Hazard Shift, Shock and Bleed and Power Focus 2. So 60% combat power rate while below 2 bars of power, but above 2 bars of power, you will suffer 80% minus power rate. So I waited for my alliance mate to put up Odin's pre-fight, and then I went in with the Void. So I only had to attack during the shock phase, and during the bleed phase, I had to try and create distance. In the beginning, I just forgot about the hazard shift and I was like, you know what, I'm alright. But then I remember there is a bleed phase as well. So right here, didn't have a special, so was trying to block to get an SP1 so I can remove the unstoppable. And from here onwards, I tried to get the fight under control. He dashed back, got an opening, so I hit him in the block, and now I'm just hitting him in the block, trying to run out the bleed phase. As soon as the bleed phase is gone, I'm hitting again, and the shocks are going to heal me up with my willpower. And just like that, the fight is under control. I'm able to push him on his corner of the map. So from here onwards, the fight is easy peasy. I did use an invulnerability boost just if I pushed him to an SP3. But I think Void did an amazing job with the petrifies and kept the power in control. And I was able to take him down quite easily in the end with a lot of health to spare. And yeah, pretty straightforward fight. With the Odin pre-fights, Void did amazing here. And here he takes down. moving on to the same path, node number 36 with Thing. I was up against, again, Hazard Shift, Shock and Bleed, and one-eyed open. So it means I could not hit him while he was stunned or parried. So I had to wait for his heavy attacks before I went in. So there were a couple of 3-4 things I had to navigate here. One is not to hit him during the bleed phase, only hit in the block. And second, the rock stacks, making sure that I don't give him unstoppable. And third, to only hit him during the shock phase. So all of that coupled to be a little difficult fight. But again, it was a slow fight that I had to get into. Right here, the rock stacks were reset, and then he goes into bleed phase, and I'm like, okay, I'm stuck in the corner. But I had an SP1, and that helped me out quite a bit there. Even if I got stuck in the corner, I was prepared to like wait out the SP3 and then use that. I've done this fight before as well, so can be a bit annoying if you get cornered, but if you get the rock stacks, if you work around them, it all works fine. So up till this point, the fight is under control. I've got 6 debuffs, 7 rock stacks, and now I'm just gonna try and get those rocks up to 15 and also waste the time during the bleed phase. And here we go. Here's a SP1. All the rock stacks are used. Back into shock phase. The Odins are gonna keep me sustained, and I'm gonna use my striker and slowly build up with another SP1. And just like that, a slow takedown of this fight. He threw a special here that I didn't want him to, but then that's okay. 15 rock stacks. Now I'm gonna wait for him to dash back. Once he will dash back, I will dash back as well. That just controls the AI, makes it a little more defensive. And then I can dash in and start hitting him with his block. And he can throw his SP1 here. And all the rock stacks are going to be reset and gives me an opening. And just like that, he's down to 30%. Another SP1 on the way. And here we go. At 15 rock stacks, another SP2. Now the bleed phase is up. I have to stay back. Again, hitting in the block. So yeah, it was a tough fight. It wasn't that easy, but it was fun to go against it and try to control all of these variables. And in the end, I came out on top. So really enjoyed this war and bringing down Thing on this node. It was a really cool placement and an even amazing job by our planners to plan this one and taking down Thing. Void is probably going to be my rank 3, my third rank 3. So I'll be taking up really soon. Now after that, we were starting the mini boss aisles. So the first one is a bishop on node 39. I've done this fight the last war as well. Its prowess build up with unblockable, power stack 3, and 1 too many hits. So here the name of the game is just slowly build up your SP2 with the striker and let it rip. Just be careful about the power sting debuff you get when you gain a bar of power, or when the defender gains a bar of power. And use 4 hit combos and block so you can trigger this heavy attack from Bishop, and gives you an opening to go hit again and only push him to an SP2. Do not let him throw an SP1 out, because that is annoying to deal with and it will give you incinerate. So the whole thing is to keep pushing him to an SP2 and keep evading that. If you can't evade it, then the auto evade will help you out. In the meanwhile, you can throw on your own SP2 for some huge damage, and you're able to take Bishop out. Now here, I did miss time a little bit, and I took a Silk to an SP3, and now I'm just waiting for him to throw his SP2 out, and he takes ages. He takes forever. I'm trying to bait again. Still nothing. I think just now on the next bait, he's going to throw that special. Yeah, there we have it. And I was able to evade it. So my evade charge was intact. Again, used a 5-hit combo with a heavy and then block. Going back in again. Same thing. Now is an SP2. We're going to evade that. And now it's my opening, because I have almost 2 bars of power. And I also have striker. So 5-hit combo cancelled into a striker, with another 5-hit combo cancelled into an SP2 with 2 furies, and that is enough to take out Bishop on this node 39. Fight number 6 is going to be a Sersi. Now another fun fight on node 40. I'm going to bring my trusty Void again. and the nodes here are going to be aspect of nodes here are going to be reinvigorated, unblockable, burden of might, high energy, and indomitable. The only thing I need to take care about that every time there's a regeneration buff activated from Sersi, the defender is going not, and it's not on the heal lock, he will go unblockable. So I need to take care about that. But Void does amazing here. The hard part in the beginning is to build up those charges for those prowess, and once you have 7 of them, then the fight is much more under control. So I am trying to do quite a bit of parries. You've noticed I've got 3 of those prowesses, and now I'm gonna hit into block. This is a tactic fight, so I have to build up as much prowesses as possible, and then it's like basic SP1 and SP2 evade, and then slowly throwing your special ones, building up your debuffs, and the debuff will take her down. Again, this fight can easily go out of control, so I did use an invulnerability boost here. Actually, it was from the last fight, I think. That was already activated, or this was a new one. I used around 2 invulnerability boosts in this for war. They want to take any chances. So just like that, Fear of Void is there. And here, evading in an SP1 again. I still have 6 of those prowesses. And Sersi is already down to 34%. Really enjoyed this fight. These challenging fights are, really have a lot of fun with them. And just like that, we are closing it down and down to 27%. So this was fight number 6. Void. I think I'm using Void for the first time this season, and he's just doing amazing. Took out some really difficult fights. So great, amazing planning by the BG planners and the officers. So kudos to them. I was able to take down this fight relatively easily and down to 10%. One more evade on the SP2, and I think that's about it. We are able to take him down. And this is also the last fight for Void. So Void took almost 4 fights this war, and all of them were solos. The most difficult one was Spot, but we were able to run that out. And finally, we had Wong on node number 46. The nodes here are going to be Aspect of Evolution, Enhanced SP2, Special 2 Bias, and Enhanced Power Gain. Now, it does not have much of a power gain, so not really as difficult as a Mangog here. I am going to use my Silk, and I'm going with the SP3 into the SP2 strategy. So right here, I just gave him an SP3, but that's okay. I'm using invulnerability boost. Now, notice that he has 85% health. Now, the next combo will take out all of his 85% health in one go without giving him any chance. And that's why I just love Silk. Now, I'm just going to wait out the Unstoppable. I have now 3 bars of power, and here we go. 5-hit combo into heavy, that's 1 fury, cancel with an SP3. At the end of SP3, there is going to be a passive stun. I'm going to go in with a medium, light, medium, then with a medium, medium again, and then in a 5-hit combo, cancel with a striker, and then again a 5-hit combo with an SP2 with around 33 physical vulnerability. With an SP2, just takes him out in one go, 85% health. So it was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun war for me. So I'll see you on the next one. Bye.